Welcome to another episode of Winter's Glow. In this episode, I will start the base colour on the skin and continue working on the trees, adding details and some greenery. When looking at skin tone, you have to take a close look at photographs of people and see the variations. D had a warmer tone to his skin, and J has more of a peachy tone in this photo. So I have mixed a colour of, I guess, a warm pink for D's skin, and then I have added some white and some yellow to it in order to sort of peach it down for J's skin. I'm applying the paint with a very small brush. This is either a size 2 or 3 round. I will be moving to smaller brushes than this one, but not at this stage of the painting. These skin colours are just one of many layers that will be applied to create depth in the details of the faces. I'm thinking that D is feeling very warm out there with this nice warm tone to his skin. For their skin tones, I needed to start with white and add drops of pink, some orange, perhaps even a touch of red here and there, and a little bit of yellow, and just mix until I found the right tones. You probably can find skin tones pre-mixed. I just like to mix the colours myself. When I get to this point in the painting where I'm adding the skin tone to the characters, it's a very special moment. It's the moment when I'm actually creating the illusion that there is life in the scene. This portion of the video has been sped up. Increasing the speed of parts of the video allows me to put more into one session. While I have the colour from painting Jay's face, I will now paint the base colour on her hand. Thank you for joining me on this journey of creating this acrylic painting, Winter's Glow. If this is your first visit to this channel, and you'd like to see the first season of Winter's Glow, please go to Art with Janine Liza on YouTube and click on the playlist Winter's Glow, where you will find previous episodes and future episodes as they're posted. Having the skin colours and the pink handy, I decided to put a base colour on the hat too. This hat is going to be painted in many layers. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm leaving tiny lines in the white just so I have some small guides to see where some of the details are. Using the black paint, I'm going to do the same thing to the gloves that Dee is wearing. I'm going to leave some fine white lines. That will be a guide for adding more details later. While painting the gloves, I also decided to use the black to add some shadows and dividing lines around the hat. After applying a few more details in the black, I decide it's time to shift my focus, allowing this paint to dry while I work on the trees. Painting this layer of the trees involves adding darker values and darker tones to the edges and some of the textured details on the tree. So right now I have base colors on some of these trees, and what I want to do is add this darker tone and just sort of define where the shadows are, and then later in the video I will be adding the light on the sides of the trees. Each of the clearer trees has its own personality and its own sort of textured details. So it's another part of the fun of painting, is sort of discovering what each of those are for each tree and carefully applying those details. Some of the portions of this video are sped up to 4 times the speed, so you can imagine how very carefully I'm applying the paint. Whether a painting is a gift for family or friends, or a commissioned piece, I like to take my time and carefully work on every detail. In a time where life can seem so rushed and everything feels like it needs to be immediate, I find that painting is an exercise in slowing down and calmly reflecting on precious moments. As I view this video along with you, I am starting to see a pattern in my work. I notice that I like to put the base color down and then find the darkest shadows and apply those. Then add the light and then work on the blending. I have actually had to crop some of the video out because it just takes a while to do the work, and that's okay. But I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch 3 hours of painting tree trunks. So I have cropped it down, and this video is only, I think, something like 16 minutes, and it's not all focused on the trees. So here you can see I'm filling in some of that texture on the tree, really getting familiar with that detail. And some of the trees around it are a lot simpler, they're thinner, and they don't have as much texture and character. So they will just be sort of like dark on one side and then lighter on the other. And they really start to get some dimension once the light is added and you see the contrast. Now I'm going to add some of the lighter value to the trees, and you'll see that they'll form a little bit more dimension. After more than 10 years on YouTube, I guess I reached a certain number of views where I qualified to have my Etsy shop link featured on my channel, which is kind of exciting. So now I can share that with my viewers. YouTube has allowed me to put the link on my actual channel, so you can go there and find it if you're curious to see what's available in my Etsy shop. I hope you're enjoying this video. I've really enjoyed the process of recording these for you and sharing this journey. It's nice to know that all that time spent painting is being put to good use, as well as the painting being enjoyed, that others can watch the process of the painting being created, and hopefully it encourages them on their creative journey and perhaps teaches something to the very beginner. With just 2 values of the brown, the trees are starting to take form. And with some of them being slightly lighter, they look like they're going back in the distance, which really helps support the look of the depth of the forest. There is actually one more part to this painting before I finish up this video today. I'm going to be coming out of the woods over there in that far corner and working on some of the forefront leaves just towards the end of the video. Now you're going to get to have a little bit of a front view. There we go. You can see how it looks now, and I'm just trying to reach that corner there and put the light on the side of that tree. See what a difference it makes. On the top left side of the painting, you can see some penciled in branches. This is actually fir greenery of an evergreen tree that is in the foreground of the forest. Some of the branches are just sort of hanging over at the side of the painting. These will be covered in snow, so I'm just sort of painting in the preliminary lines. This will give me a guide as to where these heavily adorned with snow branches are going to be. Thank you for joining me again today, and I look forward to completing the next video and sharing that with you also. Thank you so much to all my subscribers for clicking the subscribe button and helping this channel grow. If you are a visitor of Art with Janine Liza and you're enjoying what you've found, please feel free to click subscribe. I have a goal this year of reaching 1,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate all the help I can get. Thank you so much in advance, and I will continue to keep producing videos and producing the best content I can for visitors and subscribers alike.